Hi, my name is Ian Billinghurst. I'm an Australian veterinary surgeon. Now, I've been working with cats and dogs for over 40 years, and very early in my career I discovered that there was one overriding factor determining the health of my dog and cat patients. And that vital factor was very simple. It all came down to what my patients were given to eat. The ones that needed constant veterinary intervention to maintain some semblance of health were the ones that ate processed pet foods. On the other hand, it was the dogs and cats eating a predominantly raw and whole food diet consisting of meat, bones, organ meats and family leftovers that were the ones that rarely needed my attention. I came to the incredible realisation that fake industrial food is a potent recipe for ill health. These grain-based products were acting like a slow poison in the life of my patients. Problems such as arthritis, seizures, allergies, organ failures of various kinds, together with that most feared of all disease, the one that attacks so many different organs and is almost always fatal, the disease we call cancer, they all had their basis in poor nutrition. At the time, this was for me a stunning revelation. Even more stunning was the transformation that occurred in the lives of those patients that were switched to whole raw foods, the foods I was now prescribing. Many diabetic cats no longer required insulin. Many dogs with intractable seizures became normal. Many allergies disappeared and blood markers for kidney failure returned to the normal range. And we saw many cancer patients live much longer and happier lives. These and many other health transformations occurred following the replacement of fake industrial food with real food. The problem is that today's veterinary professionals receive their training in companion animal nutrition from the major pet food companies. Our embryonic vets are taught that fresh foods should never be fed. Our embryonic vets are taught that the only foods that should ever be fed to dogs and cats are those foods produced by the major pet food companies. And those impressionable young people, for the most part, believe them. These companies have convinced the vast majority of veterinarians to recommend and sell their products, fake industrial foods, to the absolute exclusion of any other way of feeding. It is these downright lies and half-truths as taught to our undergraduate veterinarians that allow the producers of artificial foods to make their enormous profits. These profits are made at great cost to our pets, not to mention the emotional and financial burden imposed on you, the pet parents who care for them. However, it's not all bad news. There is some good news. As a veterinarian with a lifetime interest in health through nutrition, it gives me great pleasure to watch as more and more raw pet food companies dedicated to providing pet parents with genuinely healthy foods are coming into being. And it is this wonderful news that prompts me to send a very important message to all pet parents. I urge you to seek out and support those pet food producers who are producing healthy, raw, whole foods for our pets. By doing this, you'll be feeding foods that work with your pets' bodies to produce health, vitality and longevity. And from a broader perspective, by supporting these raw pet food producers, you'll be helping to bring true health to the pets in our world.